Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and holy cow! Wow, guys, I mean, this isn't a response to this particular story. This is a response to the 7 stories I got in my Google and Bing newsfeed about Uber today. Uber alone, never mind Blue Ribbon and Lyft. It's been one of the most chaotic news-filled days for me. I actually had to pick and choose 4 stories to report to you guys and hold on to the other 3 tomorrow and hope and pray that they aren't irrelevant by then, or else I would have wasted, what, 15 minutes of my life? Maybe 20? Excuse me. So it's wow. Yeah, when I said that Uber's problems weren't over just because Travis Kalanick was gone, boy, did I mean it. And we're going to start off talking about their troubles by acknowledging the fact that the Australian Workplace Enforcement, whatever the heck it is, I mean, basically it's the Australian workforce government, is investigating Uber about paying their drivers a living wage. Because, of course, claims of paying less than minimum wage are rampant in Uber stories. That people cannot make minimum wage, that they make far less than it, which, yes, in some cases you do make a lot less than it, but also the only way to make less than minimum wage means that you honestly shouldn't be driving that much, and if you've got a book, you're not wasting time. Basically, as long as your car is sitting still and you're not spending gas, it's not costing you money to make less than minimum wage. You're just not making minimum wage. But, you know, anyway, they are investigating Uber whether or not they have broken any labor practices because of this. And, of course, people, you know, some people email me. It's like, oh, you know, this is good, right? I mean, this pretty much means that Uber's going to have to guarantee its minimum wage. And I'm like, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. No, this is not what that means. Here's the thing. We are independent contractors. This is how Uber gets away with it. We are independent contractors. We are not employees. We are not employed by Uber. We use the app and we are paid by the customer, and then we give Uber a fee. Now, yes, Uber has definitely been crossing the line in terms of the rates and insurance options and basic protections, which I'm not going to count health insurance for very obvious reasons. Honestly, because we are independent contractors, Uber should not have as much wiggle room to alter our rates that they do. But of course, that's another story another day. The real thing, though, is, of course, we're independent contractors. We start when we want, we end when we want. We work as much as we want. We work as little as we want. If you don't like driving for Uber, you stop driving for Uber, and guess what? You don't need to put them on your resume. You do not need to put them on your resume. That's pretty much all it is. And people who are hoping that this will change anything in Australia, they're sorely mistaken. It won't. It won't, because of the agreement you sign. Now, that said, Uber could honestly save themselves a lot of hassle in this particular area if the minimum trip went back to $10 a ride, which I think is fair. Because at $10 a ride, even after Uber's cut, you're making the minimum wage. That means so long as you're taking 1 ride of an hour, you're making minimum wage. And the customer is, the rider is footing that bill, not Uber. So Uber, of course, could avoid these investigations. They could get it to the point where people aren't complaining about Uber so much in terms of the payment. But, you know, they're still not quite there yet. They're still not quite there, even though they have a product that I think most people would agree is worth a minimum $10 charge. You know, heck, most people pay $10 anyway. Like, you know, I think $10 for the first 4 miles, that sounds fine to me, and then it can go up after that, of course, but, you know. So, Australia's investigating them. Nothing's going to happen of it. I just want to let you guys know right now. Don't be too surprised. It's just one more little headache for Uber, but out of all the stories that we're reporting today, this is the easy one. This is by far the easy one to deal with for them. So anyway, what are you focusing? Do we have any viewers from Australia? Do you drive for Uber, and do you find it hard to make minimum wage driving for Uber? Because I think you have to be doing a really bad job at this if you're making less than minimum wage or just minimum wage. Truly, even with Uber's terrible rates. you can usually make at least double minimum wage in most cases. But I would love to know nonetheless. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. Or you could try driving Uber or Lyft yourself. There is a referral code before, and you would get a nice fat bonus along with helping support me. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.